Good morning, everybody. Today is an exciting day. It is the last day of our Eunoia Beautiful Thinking sermon series. And so if you are following along on your friendship bracelet, we are on the very last color, which is black.
Black.
And we are going to be talking about self-control all day. So just to review, the fruits of the Spirit, which is what God says and what we should be trying to be as we're more faithful and trying to be more like Jesus Christ. The fruits of the Spirit are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And we have been on quite a journey to be able to go through all of those, learn lessons about all of those, do fun crafts, do different activities, about every single one of these. So it has been such a fun journey. And now I would love if you join us in a prayer about self-control, and then we'll go into our story for the day. Everlasting God, give me the strength to have self-control, to fight my temptations and control my thoughts, words, and actions today. Now I wonder, what does self-control mean to you? What does self-control mean to y'all? If you have self-control, what does that mean?
To stop doing what is bad.
Yeah, so you have to, control is like to be able to keep something, to stop and to think about why is it that you're doing something or thinking something, to be able to stop and make sure that it's in a good and kind manner and not something that's mean. So you could have self-control when you're talking about something and maybe you want to say something really mean to just get that person back, and instead you stop, take a deep breath, and think, how can I control my thoughts and my words so that I am saying kind things instead, or something that's productive, right? Constructive is another word for that. So maybe it might not be like the kindest thing to say, but there's a kinder way to say it. So having a hard conversation, but saying it in a kind way that shows that you love that person. Self-control could be when we buy things. Oftentimes, I am known for also doing an emotional purchase. So, I like that, I want to buy that. But that's not really having good self-control, is it?
Yeah, like doing what you want to do.
Yeah, just kind of like doing what you want to do and not thinking about everyone else. Yeah, those are all things of self-control. I wonder how you can exhibit self-control today in your words, in your actions, and even in your thoughts. And that's what our whole journey of Eunoia, which is the Greek word for beautiful thinking, that's what our whole goal has been, is to have self-control so that we can be more in control of what our thoughts are, because then what we think then controls our actions and oftentimes what we say, right? So I hope that you join us in the parable of the great pearl. And we know that it's a parable because it's the color
Golden. And it has a white dot.
And it has a white dot because it is the parable of the great pearl. And to me, this story was an example of self-control in a lot of different ways. So I hope that you join us in this parable, which we know is a parable because it sounds like a door, and it's in the shape of kind of looking like don't look in yet, a present. We have to have self-control and not open our present before it's time, right? But a parable is a story from Jesus, and it is a gift to you and to me and to all of us, because these are stories that Jesus told to explain what the kingdom of heaven is like and to get to know Jesus better and God better. So, without further ado, let's get into our story. I wonder what this could be.
A baby blanket.
A baby blanket. What color is it, Kyler?
White.
White. That's right, Eli and Tyler. Thank you.
It's super big.
I wonder, when we think about liturgical colors in the church, like how colors have different meaning, what could white mean? Yeah, white was one of our colors when we did white on this, this white meant peace.
Peace.
Yeah, kind of white is like the purest color. There's no colors on it, right? There's no dark, scary, gloomy, just white and bright. I wonder what else we have. I wonder what this could be.
It's a barn.
Oh, it does kind of look like a barn, kind of like when we had the parable of
The Good Shepherd.
the Good Shepherd. That's right. That's interesting.
What is that?
Yeah, this is interesting. What are these?
Do you know?
What do these look like to y'all? Just like a lot of barns?
It's a
Interesting. Well, we have these people. I wonder where everyone goes. Looks like a bed. Almost like an ottoman. This is some furniture. A side table. A lamp. Wow, that's like a fancy king chair. Interesting. Oh my goodness, a treasure chest.
That did my puzzle.
Yeah, wow.
My puzzle.
This almost like a craft to put in, like lots of money. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in this room. I don't even know if we have enough room for everything to fit inside of this room.
And then Jesus.
Oh, you think that this is Jesus? And then this person. Well, I don't know. Look at, there's two people in our story. One that's behind a table or a counter. Looks like he has some money or something in front of him, selling something maybe. And then we have this character. Well, I think that we might have almost everything we need.
Oh, Mumble.
Pearl. Okay. Well, there was once somebody who knew so much about so many things that people began to follow him. His name was Jesus. And as people followed him, they heard Jesus speaking about a kingdom. But this kingdom was unlike any kingdom they'd ever heard of before. And one time when they asked Jesus about the kingdom, Jesus responded with, "The kingdom of heaven is like when a merchant, someone who buys and sells beautiful things, right? They collect these beautiful things by buying them, and then they trade things. Sometimes they trade furniture, sometimes they trade things like pearls and jewels and diamonds. And this one merchant went out from his store in search of the great pearl. Interesting. But not the right pearl. Ooh. But this pearl is the great pearl. And this merchant decides that in order to get this one itty bitty little teeny tiny pearl, he's going to need to sell some of his stuff. So he goes back and gets all the money he has. And he gives it to this other merchant. But it's not enough. What else can he trade? Trades his chairs, He trades his treasure chest. He trades his light, his oil lamps that he has. Back then they didn't have electricity. He trades all the stuff that he has to drink. He trades the side table. He trades his ottoman. Still not enough. All he has left in this great big room of his is what?
A bed.
A bed. And even still, this merchant knows how precious and valuable this pearl is, and knows that he must trade everything he has, his bed, even his home. Wow. Just for this one pearl.
He has a lot.
I know, he has a lot. But he doesn't have the great pearl that this person does. Now I wonder, why do you think the merchant sold everything he had for this one itty bitty little pearl? That's tricky. You scoot in so everyone can see you.
Okay, maybe that person didn't think he liked it. So that's why
He didn't like it, or he did like it?
he didn't like it.
He didn't like it. Maybe he wasn't happy with the pearl and was willing to trade it. But like, we can barely hold everything that he has, right? He has his bed, his ottoman, his table, his treasure chest, his house, his chairs, his money, all of his money. Do you think that this merchant was happy after he had everything, even though he sold it all for, or traded it all for that one pearl? Do you think he was finally happy now that he had all the things?
Yeah.
I wonder if he was happy now that he had no things, but he had the great pearl.
And then another hole.
You don't think so? I wonder, to me, when I think about this story, I think about when Jesus said, sell all of your things, sell all of your possessions. Nothing in this material world of having things matters. Only the kingdom of heaven, only me. Sell everything you have and follow me, is what Jesus said a lot of times in the Bible.
Why?
Because ultimately, does money make you happy?
Yeah.
More money, more problems. It doesn't make you happy. Money can't buy you friends. Money can't buy you faith. Money can't buy you happiness. There are tons of people that have lots of money that are still really sad and lonely. And I wonder if that's kind of like this merchant. The merchant that ends up selling the great pearl for all of these things now has a home full of things that he can barely even fit inside of his home. But I wonder if he's kind of lonely and maybe just trying to fill a hole and a space in his heart and his life with things. And the more things that he can collect and gather, he thinks he'll be happier. And really, this merchant who sold everything for the great pearl realized that sometimes in life, when you have all of these things that cause clutter around us, that distract you from Jesus, maybe that's the missing piece. And maybe
That person was kind because he stole everything. He gave everything.
Well, he didn't give it. He traded it, right? So there was, he wanted this great pearl. And I wonder what this great pearl is. I wonder what it really could be. Because in parables, we know that they're full of mystery. And so I wonder if Jesus says it's like when a merchant sells everything he has for the one great pearl, I wonder if the great pearl could be the kingdom of heaven and true faithfulness. What do you think? Yeah? I wonder if that was a hard decision to make. I wonder if you've ever come close to something that was as special as the great pearl, where you said, I'd be willing to trade everything I have for this one great pearl. As your mommy, I would rather have you two than anything else in my home. And I feel like a lot of your parents probably feel the same way. So I think they have found the great pearl in relationships and in community instead of just in things, right? I wonder what else you think might be close to what you experience as the great pearl. Would you be willing to trade everything in your bedroom to be able to have nature and friends and be able to play outside? And
Yes.
yeah. And so I wonder if maybe us experiencing creation is a little bit and one piece of that great pearl that this story talks about. And so when I think about self-control, I think about all of these things that distract us and how we need to exhibit self-control when seeing everything in front of us and wanting to touch everything and have more. And really what we need to do is have self-control and remember that at the end of the day, the most important thing is God and experiencing God in our community and setting our eyes on Jesus. What do you think?
Yeah.
I wonder what you all think, and I would love to hear any thoughts about this. We look forward to seeing y'all later.
Bye.
I Can Do Hard Things, Mindful Affirmations for Kids by Gabby Garcia. I don't always feel brave, confident, or strong. Sometimes it seems easier to follow others along. I get so many messages about how I should be, pulled in different directions, I feel wobbly. When this happens, I listen for that quiet voice inside. When I pay attention, that voice is my guide. I connect with the love and strength it brings. It helps me remember I can do hard things. I can be a friend to myself. I can feel all my feelings. I can ask for help. I can try again rather than give up. I can believe in myself. I can speak up when it would be easier to stay quiet. I can say no, even to my friends. I can apologize. I can forgive. I can listen to understand different points of views. I can care for my community. I can choose kindness. I can practice peace. I can share my gifts with the world. I can be myself. Hard things can be about what we think, feel, say, or do. What's hard for me may not be hard for you. You are you and I am me. We walk through the world differently. Trusting my voice helps me find my way. I grow braver and stronger every day. The tough stuff I face is all my own, but I can also remember I'm not alone. I'm ready for the hard things I have to do, and please remember, so are you.
Thanks for joining in that book, everybody. This is one of our favorites. I Can Do Hard Things. And we felt like this had a lot to do with self-control because oftentimes we lose self-control when we get frustrated about the hard things that we have to do. So in the back of this book, there is a section that asks about mindful affirmations. So to be mindful is to be aware of what is happening right now. An affirmation is a short phrase or statement about yourself
that is supportive, helpful, or motivating to you in some way. Mindful affirmations connect you with what you need to hear. Find one for yourself. So number 1, choose an affirmation that connects with you from the book or come up with your own. So maybe listen to this story again, and if there's a phrase like, I can share my gifts with the world, I can be myself, I can practice peace, I can choose kindness. If one of those affirmations feels like that's what you need to say to yourself, then choose that one. Take a few deep breaths, repeat it silently to yourself. Pay attention to any physical sensations. So do you feel energized, strong, tingly, calm, relaxed, etc.? And notice how saying your affirmation makes you feel. Does it make you feel loving, brave, proud, curious, excited, or peaceful? Think about how the affirmation is supportive or helpful for you. Maybe it will change one day, and maybe one day you might need a different affirmation. Write down your affirmation and place it somewhere where you will see it, and repeat it to yourself. What you say to yourself matters. Mindful affirmations become your inner voice, which support you in doing hard things, whatever they may be for you. We hope that this exercise is helpful. Bye.